What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Discord.js tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to be coding a member counter. How we're going to be doing this is having a specific voice channel that is going to track the amount of members that we currently have on our server. So it's going to say total members, something like 5, because we have 5 members. So the first thing we're going to do is actually create a voice channel. So go ahead and create a voice channel. You can name it whatever you want. We're going to name it total members with a colon. And we have to edit some of the permissions because we don't want to let people enter the voice channel. So to voice connector permissions connect, let's disable that. You can disable everything, but the only thing you really do need to disable is the connect permission. All right. We're also going to drag the channel all the way up here. So when people join, this is the thing they're going to see up top. And let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here, make sure to watch the first video of this playlist, which is how to set up your Discord bots and set up all of your environments. But that's pretty much all you're going to need. All right. So what we have to do is we currently have a folder for our commands, but we also want to have a folder for events and counters. So what I'm going to do is actually going to create a new folder in our whole entire project. And this folder is going to be named counters. Now you can name it whatever you want, but we're going to have multiple counters that we're going to code later on, like a YouTube counter or like a subscriber counter, whatever you can do. I'm just going to name this folder counters so we can keep all of our counters inside of this folder. So we're going to name it counters. And inside the counters folder, we're going to create a JavaScript file for our member counter. So it's going to be member-counter. And it has to be JS. So let me rename that member-counter.js. In our main file, we actually have to require this specific file right here. So we're going to do const, and we're going to name this member counter. It's going to equal require, and we're going to require that specific file. Now we did it in the counters folder. So we're going to do period backslash or slash, and we're going to go into the counters folder, and we're going to get the member counter file. Now, to actually basically run this entire file, we actually have to go down into our client.on ready. And inside this event, we want to get our member counter, open it up with parentheses, and pass in client, because we are going to have to use client inside of this file. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do a module exports, how we do in every single command. So module exports, and it's going to be equal to an async. So we're going to do an asynchronous command here, or event or counter, and we're going to open up with parentheses, and we're going to pass in that client that we got from our main file. So let's open this up, and in here the first thing we're going to need is the guild, or the quote-unquote server. So go into your Discord and copy your guild ID. Just come up here to the name of your server, right click, copy ID. So we're going to be doing const guild equals client.guilds .cache, .get, and here we're going to paste in our guild ID. So there's actually a couple of ways you can actually do this. The way we're going to be doing it in this tutorial is by having a set interval. So every, let's say 5 seconds, it's going to check the amount of members on your Discord server and then update that file or update that channel. So we're going to do set interval. And in here, we are going to do an arrow function. The code will be in the description if you guys want to copy the code. And in here, we're going to do const, and we're going to get the member count. And the way we get the member count is we are going to do guild.member count. The next thing we're going to do is get our channel, the channel that's going to be updated when somebody joins or leaves the server. So we're going to name a const channel, and this is going to equal to guild.channels.cache. Get, and here we want to get the channel ID. So go into your Discord, right click the channel, and copy ID. There it is, just like that. And now we just want to simply set the channel name to something specific. So channel.setName, and in here we want to do a backtick, which is the key next to 1, and we want to name our channel. So we named it total members colon. So let's do that first, total members colon. And then in here, we want to do a space with a money sign, brackets. And in here, we want to do member count dot to local string. Now, the reason we're doing to local string is because let's say you have more than 1,000 members and you don't want to send 1,000 like this. You want the bot to label or send the 1,000 as you would be able to read it or write it in real life. So with a comma. So that's what toLocalString does. Instead of just having this number, it'll send it with the commas. All right, and the final thing, we're just gonna console.log because we want to check every time and it's updating. So we're just gonna console log updating member count. And then in between the bracket and the parentheses down here, let me just make this a little bit bigger. In between the bracket and the parentheses, we want to do a comma, and we want to set the amount of time. So let's do 5,000 ms. That actually should be it. So I'm going to go ahead and run our bot, and we shouldn't get any errors. And every 5 milliseconds or ms, we should be able to get, or it's not really every 5, it's more like every 5 seconds, we should be getting the updating member count. Now again, 5,000 milliseconds is 5 seconds. So let's go into our Discord server. We're currently at total 5 members. So I'm going to get my dummy account real quick. Let me log in. And we are going to appear online in a second. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and leave the server. This should drop down to 4. There it is. And that is how you do a member counter. So let's go ahead and join one more time. Now it should be updated to 5 the next time it does it. And it didn't update to 5. Now, why isn't it updating to 5? Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's this new system that Discord implemented, and it made it pretty hard for bots to get a lot of information from a Discord server. So let me show you what's actually happening. I'm gonna go into my other account. And as you can see, it actually says there's already 5 members in the Discord server, even though I left it. It's gonna take a while for this to update. And once it updates, this is going to update. So sometimes it will take some time because of the new systems that Discord added into their developer, tools and portal. So I'm going to show you what they added. I showed this about 2 tutorials ago, and that is the privilege gateway intents. You're going to have this on. So go to your Discord developer portal. There'll be a link in the description. You have to have this on if your bot tracks the presence intent. Since we are tracking the presence intent, we're checking how many people are present in the server. It's going to take a long time for it to detect, as they have a little threshold that they added. So go ahead and go into your developer portal and make sure to have presence intent on and server members intent on. And if you do have 100 or more servers that your bot is in, then you're going to have to get your bot verified and whitelisted. So they added this pretty recently, and it makes it a little bit harder to code bots just like this one. So you're gonna have to work with this system. As you can see, it just updated to 5. It took a while, but that's just how it has to work. There's actually a couple of things that I do want to tell you, or one thing that I want to tell you, is that you really don't want to have the set interval at 5 seconds. It really does not make sense. I only did it because of the video, but you will want to have it at least something like 15, maybe 10 minutes. You don't want to update this every second. Again, it's probably not going to work. You're still going to have to wait for the gateway intents to come in and allow you to check everything. But everything should be fine. Well, that's going to be it for this tutorial. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe for more Discord.js tutorials. I won't be able to upload next Tuesday because I'm going to be going camping. But I'll probably upload 2 more videos later on next week. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later on my next video. Peace.